Hey guys, so we're out on the property again, so we're going to take you around and show you what we have planned next. But I'm going to turn this camera around so you don't have to look at me. I know you miss me. I love you guys. Hey Jamie. Alright, hold on. Let's see if this will switch without me stopping. Yep. Alright, so when we first got to the property, when we first saw it, this was all in this area looking like this. And as you can see, the logs all left over the place. So, and you could see the road from here. But up there is where the county road is, and that will be our entrance on this side. I don't know if you can see Andy. He's off there. What we're trying to figure out right now is where we can put the RV so we can be here. It's an hour and a half away from where we're staying. So that sucks for the drive, and especially when we start working. So we're going to hopefully stay somewhere in there, clear that area. So our property, I'm not going to show you the whole property today. I'm just going to show you what we're working on. So the property starts right up over there to the left a little, and then all the woods back there, and it goes maybe the second phone pole over there. There's a fence that leads to the other pasture over there. All the land over here. This couple of acres, I don't know how many acres are there, but Drew has claimed in those woods there for her and Ray Ann, so whatever she does with that. And where you see all the dead wood and everything, this is the area, and back to the main tree lines. Remember when we were looking at this before, this was all cleared out. So now we got to clear off trees, because these are all volunteers popping up. It looks like a lot of sugar gum trees, maples, pines are in here, and some other stuff we haven't identified yet. But we're going to clear all this out. This is going to become what we think pasture, but this is our first step. And it goes all the way back here, and along the inside that line is probably why they didn't move that line. There's like a wet weather creek that goes all the way around the property. Now where we eventually want to build our house is, I don't know, a few acres in. There's a nice clearing. Well, we've got to clear it more because, of course, the loggers come and they drop the logs, and that's what they leave us. So we got to clear that out and flatten it and smooth it out. They have such huge tires that they leave massive gullies. So that really stinks, because you can't, and with their tire treads, it's not like you can just walk through the gullies. It's like all uneven. And I'm a klutz, as everybody knows. But we're not sure how many acres this is. We're assuming this is like 10 of the acres, and we don't know how many's clear. So we have down here, this woods kind of to an angle is our property. There's like a little tiny piece right there that is not ours, and then here, kind of going to an angle towards that end there, is our property, and just a little bit over to the other side is not ours, which really kind of sucks, only because we're close to other people, and just on the other side here is a hunting stand. And so where are they shooting? On our property? We put up no trespassing, no hunting signs, so we'll see how this all works out. But anyways, this is it. This is our project. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. We may need help. We may need help. But I'm excited to see what it is that we can come up with here. I'm going to take you around to little spots in this area, and I'll let you know what we're thinking. All right, talk to you in a minute. Let's see if I can show you. There's where the truck is. Can you see it? So that's where I was in the beginning of this video, looking down that way and over beyond. And this is to the right of that. So this is an area we're going to need to clear, but this isn't going to be our first stop. Property that we want to stay, it's going to be where we're going to build our house, hopefully, is on the other side there. And there's another entrance. So a little ways in. So hopefully we'll be able to do that one. We're going to see what the land tells us we can do, to be honest with you, because Andy was just over there and it looks like it's too much of a dip. We may not be able to make it even enough to get the RV in here. And if you see this, and all this is done by the tractor tires, or truck tires. Those are the ruts from the inside. I may be calling this wrong, but you people know what I'm saying. I have faith in you. Alright, so you're not getting dizzy. I will pause this. So this is a little deeper further from where we were just at. There's the truck for reference. And these are the things we have to deal with that they left all over the property. And the old owner said, oh, they cleaned it so well. Yeah. I don't think they looked at it after the logging company went through. And thank goodness it's not most of the property, but it's this area. These 10 whatever acres here, which we want pasture out of, so. That sucks because we have to get through this in order to do something. Here's another big tire mark. I have to keep up because Andy will leave me. Alright, I'm putting you on pause again because you see that man. You know him. This is one of the wet weather creeks. I don't know if you can tell. But what the loggers did, starting up here, is they filled it in with a bunch of logs so they could cross over to get to that side. So we have to pull it all out because we want the water to be able to flow because it's dry here and all the way down you can follow it. It's still wet down there. It's nice and a couple feet in some spots deep, but we'll do a culvert through it and make it so it can pass through and keep this flowing hopefully all year. But we got a lot to clean up because they just let the trees fall wherever. And they also plugged it. They dammed it up for themselves. There's a few dams here that they made that we're going to have to take care of. That's a project for another day. We just need to get on this land. All right. So that's the dam right there. And we want to connect the pastures that we're going to be making and to be able to get to our house from both places. So this is definitely will need to be fixed. And of course that'll be all cleared out. Don't hold us to it because we got a lot of plans and it's a lot of work. So we'll see what we can get done. Oh, I'm walking in a hole. And these are, I've narrowed it down to wild roses or wild blackberries. They're all over the place. They're both in the wild rose family, so we'll see. More deer track. 1, 2, 3. That one's a little smaller. Well, we're up at the truck again, and now we are going to work the other side. We worked that side I showed you a bit A few acres there. Now we're going to go to Drew's area. Hold on. See if it switches. There, it turned around. So here, it's kind of a hill. We have these power lines, which we weren't crazy about having power lines, but really it's the best thing because we want power. So, and it's not anywhere we're going to be living. And living in Florida, we always had power lines, so oh well. It is what it is. And we're close to a road enough that they can give us water. Hopefully. We haven't asked about that yet. This is a nice little hill. We like this. And Drew's property is over here. I say her property, but whatever. What she claimed. Haven't figured out those yellow flowers are either. We get in the shade because it's 12 o'clock and it is hot as heck. This is the only woods that I personally have not searched. And I really want to. Because on one of the maps it shows there's water in there. At least a little creek. All right, I'll pause. I believe this is a thistle. Ow! Looks like some type of daisies. We're at the back end, at this side. And this is the dream. That everything you saw down there looks like that. God bless you, Drew. Thank you. So our property follows this line a few acres back that way. We're going to clear that so we have a path all around the fence line. And as you can see, it goes past the truck. So that's at this end. So this is the area that Drew chose. She's got big dreams for her and Ray here. She's got a lot to clean out in there. It goes past those wood lines, but this will be her pasture area. And she's got to clean out inside those woods and leave all the big trees. And we got to get all this and burn it. Did I ever tell you guys I do not like loggers? They should not leave the land like this. Poor Brandy. She's dying in the heat. So Drew has a nice wet water creek vein running through hers. We got to clean all the logs out to keep the water flowing. We're still in the front half of it. There's where her pasture is. There's where her back 40 is. And up and over that hill is where our pasture is going to be. It's a little up. But we're still exploring hers with her. All right. This is a little clearing on the opposite side of where we were at. We just wanted to find a spot. Andy wants to put down some corn for the deer, and I have some bird seed and bird feeders I want to put out. He's going to do that somewhere down there, but I just think I want to clear this area out. Put some bird feeders up and just make this a nice little area. I think I'm so discombobulated. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure in that direction is on the other side of these woods. There might be another clearing, or all the way across. It might be actually over there. And across a dirt road is where the little piece of property where Andy wants to put the house. But this is the area I always get lost, because our property ends on the other side of the trees, past these trees, and there's a little further in. There's like a little roadway there. It's not a public roadway. It's just a trail that maybe ATVs or something has gone through enough times. But it's nice and smooth. It's really actually a nice area. And on the other side of that is somebody else's property. And ours goes further that way, a little bit, and over the hill. But this is just pretty and quiet here. Well, it was quiet. Talk to you soon. Not quite sure exactly where I'm at, but where I just came from, where that clearing was, that way, and then to the left. What I'm looking for is when we were here about 2 months ago, when this wasn't so green, we came across a little bit of water and it had fish in it. I don't want to find that again. But I'm a little nervous walking because somewhere we ran into dogs. And just my luck. All alone, I'll run into dogs. Alright, if I find anything, I'll show you. Here's another clearing that we need to make pasture out of. I don't really know how far off I am. I think I was originally showing you where I was sitting was over there somewhere. Hopefully I can find my way back to Andy and Drew. I'm still on the property though. Almost sure about that. One thing that helps me know that is all these little logging roads. Except I'm pretty sure I'm heading towards the dogs. I don't know if there was ever a homestead on this property. I can do the aerial views back to I think the early 60s, late 50s. And it just shows wood. But the town was founded in the late 1900s, so who knows? It was a pretty rural area back then. Still rural. There's less than 2,000 in this town and 14,000 in the county. So somebody might have used this as a farmland, I don't know. But I do have my metal detector. And if I ever get a chance, I'll be out there. I'm just looking for signs that there could have been a homestead. Look, Ab. See the tree? All rounded. Entrance into our secret garden. That's pretty. All this is a little discouraging. But we got the rest of our life, right? Anyways, if I find something, I'll let you know. Well, with my track record, we knew it was bound to happen. I'm lost in the woods. It's a beautiful place to be lost. I may end up naked and afraid. All right. Uh-oh, Andy's calling. I gotta break the news. So Andy calls me. He's talking to me as I'm trying to wander through the woods. I fell out of my shoes. And he wants to know if I'm still there. All right. It's very exciting, guys. There's Andy. I've been rescued. Well, actually, I found my way. If I can get out of here. I really wasn't lost. It's just everything grew up so much I couldn't get through. This is not how we left here the last time. I did find a house. I think What? Yeah, it's like that house back there, but it's not the dog house, and there's no road to it from this way, so it must come off of another way. I didn't go to it, I could just see it in the distance.
It comes off a convalescent, there's another property, so he must be living up in there.
Yeah, so this is the road.
How far from our property is his house?
It looks pretty close. Well, I don't know, I could have been on his property.
Well, you found the green marker.
Yeah, but on this side, I was probably not too far, but it was up that way. But
did you ever find the stream? No, huh?
No, it's
so done now.
so grown.
Well, it might be over too.
But that's not the. Was that the deer stand we saw before? Because it's facing us. It's not. I thought it was facing the outside property, not our property. Anyways, I'm rescued. Love y'all. So Andy put some corn here. This is a little roadway. It's actually clearer, which is what we came up on the other side here. And just on the other side of these trees is at the end of our property. How I got down there, when you guys saw me in the clearing over here, I have no idea. All it is a little variance north or south, and you are walking in a circle. Or not. More corn. See this opening? It's where this property ends. Anything you want to say to the people?
Hello, people. I'd like to credit my rescuing of AIM to all my woodsmanship skills.
I whistled. He found me. I was on my way.
He was able to walk out, bullet dodge.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing this road, did you? This little offshoot, but it doesn't. I don't think anybody's been down here in a long time.
No, that's what I'm trying to. I know it's straight up here. See, there's the pink. So that's our property line over here. You can see that there.
I'll never see that, I don't think.
Well, on that tree. Pointing at it. So we've already walked when we originally did it. The straight line all the way up. And then it gets all hairy back here because this is where our line where we were marking, because we marked in green, which we can't see because all the leaves are green. Our line goes straight out there, and then it comes this way, but then where other people's property intersect, we weren't meeting up with their pink. One of us was wrong on our boundary. Our boundary was probably maybe 10, 20 feet before their boundary. So either they marked off more land than we have, or we just lost touch. Our thing wasn't working right.
Drew's hollering.
We left Drew over here. He drove the mini bike.
Yo! You okay?
There she is. And way back there is where I was in the clearing when I started this journey. All right. Now it's a trek past Drew, around the corner, down the road to the truck. See you in a bit.